Hey everyone, it's Reverend Cherie here with day 37 of Revisiting Unlock Your Treasure. Unlock Your Treasure is a 46-day spiritual immersion program, and you can take it day by day, or you can take the lessons however you need and work with them, realizing and recognizing that your desire is your treasure, and that the treasure of your heart just may be buried deep in your soul. And we have the keys. We're sharing the keys to help you to unlock your treasure. You can go to upchurch.org and register or enroll in Unlock Your Treasure and follow along with us. So the recording from day 37, we're turning the key of love. And what I want you to know is that love is the idea in the mind of God that is of universal oneness. It is what binds us to our good. And so what I want to get to is, where can we turn the key of love to bring our treasure into our experience? And so I want to give you this. I was working with a scripture from Proverbs 4:7, that wisdom is the principal thing. And the scripture goes on to say, with all thy getting, right? Get wisdom, but with all thy getting, get understanding. And what I want to ask you today, and this is what I want you to pose to yourself: what don't you understand about your treasure? You see, it's important that you learn the mystery of your treasure. You learn the inner workings of your treasure. And let me give you an example of what I mean by that. If your desire is to have a book on the New York Times bestsellers list, do you know how the New York Times bestseller list works? Do you know how books get on that list? See, you have to know the mystery of your treasure. You need to know the inner workings of your treasure, because you need to understand it. Because what we're trying to do often is we're trying to get something that we don't understand. And so I want to encourage you to learn the mystery of your treasure. If your desire is better health, you want to have to feel good in the body that you live in, then you need to understand how the body works. The place that you may be experiencing discomfort, what happens typically that creates an environment of discomfort? If you're having lower back issues, perhaps the mystery you need to uncover is how to strengthen your back and how to become more flexible. Learn the inner mystery of your treasure, because you have to understand it in order to get it. With all thy getting, get understanding. We're trying to get without having an understanding. And I want to encourage you to learn the mystery, to get involved in your desire and find the space where you see it's something I just don't understand. The reason it may not be coming into expression is because there's something that you don't understand. Now, I'm not going to lay that on you and not drop on you some tips on how to get an understanding. The first thing you want to do is to find the question. Right? So what question do you need to ask yourself that is blocking you from understanding what it is you're after, that's blocking you from understanding the desire of your heart? It could be something as simple as, again, when we're working with, you want to put a TV show on air. Let's say you want a new TV show to go on air, and you have a great TV show idea. Do you know how to write a television screenplay? That may be the place. The question that you haven't asked yourself is how to write a television screenplay. And that's a question that just may be keeping you from kicking into gear, because you don't know the answers to that. So the first step is to find your question. The second step is to Google it. We live in a day and age where you can get information at your fingertips very, very easily. Don't sit and wonder. Google the how-to. There's a resource out there that can give you the information that can take you to the next step. So I'm saying Google it. That's my second step, that you need to find your question and then Google the answer. Find out what is the answer to my question. The third thing I want to encourage you to do, because you can get that information and still not have an understanding, and I want you to go to step 3, which is to ask for help. And I'm saying you can ask God for help, or you can ask God with skin on it. You can ask a person for help, that there may be somebody who has an expertise in the very thing that you're interested in. Ask them for some information. I'm interested in getting a television show on air. Explain to me, this is the part I don't understand. I don't understand exactly how, when you have a finished screenplay, that you actually get it to someone that can get it on air. Ask those questions, and you will find someone who may be able to reveal that to you, something that you couldn't quite get when you were reading the information off of the internet. So I want to encourage you to find your question. That's the most important one, just to get to the question that's blocking you from moving forward. The second thing is to Google it. Go get the information. It's out there. The answer that you're seeking is out there, because your treasure has within it all it needs to unfold. You just may not be asking the right question to unlock that part of the information. Ask a question, Google it, and ask for help. You can go into prayer for help. You can go to God and say, I don't understand what to do next. I don't understand this part about bringing my good into expression. Reveal to me what I need to know, and then pay attention. Pay attention to who shows up. Pay attention to what comes into your awareness, knowing that your request is always answered. The question is, are you paying attention? And I'm going to leave you with this bit of this wonderful, wonderful quote from Rumi. Goes together with all thy getting, get understanding. So one of my favorite love quotes from Rumi is that your task is not to seek love, but to seek and find within yourself all the barriers that you have built against it. And I want to rephrase that quote and say that your task is not to seek your treasure, but to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Ask a question and knock down the barriers that are keeping you from bringing your treasure into expression. I believe in you today. I trust in the God presence within you today. And I know that you're going to find your question. I know you're going to have the audacity to get the answer, and that you will be able to unlock your treasure in a way you've never been able to do it before. God bless you today. Have a beautiful, love-filled, and joy-filled day. God bless.